This video is called How to Choose a Knit Fabric. Now, I travel all over the United States, so I hear people stress over knit. Years and years and years ago, and if you're my age, and I'm going to be 76, if you're my age, years and years and years ago, the knits that we bought were awful. I have nothing else to say about them. They were ugly. They were polyester. They were nasty. They were ugly. They were just awful. That's not today's knits. It is just not today's knits. They're beautiful, and they have a beautiful hand, and they sew beautifully. So let me give you some hints on knits. I can't tell you where to go buy knits. And I will tell you that we are all going to have to buy them online at some point. So this is my one tip to you about buying things online. Ask for a sample. If you're going to spend money on fabric and you're going to spend money on the fabric and the shipping, ask for a sample. They'll all send you samples. They will probably charge you for the samples, but that's okay because most dealers will give you your money back on whatever it is that you've taken a sample of. So ask for a sample. That's the best way that you can feel it. That's what you want to do, is you want to feel it. We're all the same, every one of us, that we want to feel it. But if you're going to buy it online, you're going to have to kind of, in your mind, say, I'm going to have to order a sample first. Now, if you're familiar with fabric and you're familiar with, let's just say that you shop at one place all the time when you're online, then you kind of know what they call that fabric. So stick with that particular item, and then you know that you like it. Change the color, change the print, change something like that, but you know that you like it. I don't really think there are any stores that are bad, but you need to decide that yourself. Go on Facebook. You will see all kinds of suggestions for different fabric sites. So I'm just going to show you some of my favorite fabrics. And I hate to say I'm going to give you a name for some of them. And the reason I'm going to do that is I do that very quickly and very easily, but I'm a little nervous about it because I've done this before and then the manufacturer decides not to make the fabric anymore. So I'm going to tell you some of my favorite fabrics, and there's only a couple that have a brand name. So let's start with the one over here. Now, this is just a herringbone fabric. This is called a double knit. That's all this is. It's just a double knit. And with this double knit, I have put French fuse on here to give it body because of the garment itself. Okay? But this is just nothing more than a double knit. When I put the French fuse on it, I really made it into a tailored garment. This is another one of those garments that has a welt pocket in it, and then the zipper is in the welt pocket. So if you tried to do that in just a plain knit without supporting that knit, you'd have a droopy pocket, and that's not what you're after. This is called double brushed poly. And I'm going to tell you that it has a beautiful hand. It feels brushed. And the double brushed is brushed on the front, and when you turn it over, it's brushed on the back. Now, the one thing that you want to do if you're in person with fabric is you want to take a big piece of it, not a little bitty piece like this, but a big piece of it, and stretch it. And if it doesn't go back to what you started with, you don't want to buy that fabric, because what's going to happen as you wear it's going to stretch out. And that's not what you want it to do. So pull, stretch, make sure that you like what you're seeing on you. Take the bolt to a mirror and hold it up like this and make sure that you like that print. I love prints, and I know a lot of people are scared of them, and the bigger the print, the more fun it is, because you can kind of determine where you're going to put that particular print in your garment. But I happen to like that. You might not. If you don't, stick with the smaller prints. This is sweater knit. Now, this sweater knit is called Hachi, H-A-C-C-I. You can Google that. Just Google Hachi sweater knit, and they're going to give you a lot of different places that you can purchase this. Comes in lots and lots of different colors. When you start in sweater knits, this problem I have, and I'm sure you're going to have it too, is the colors you see on your screen of your computer kind of different than what you're going to get in person. So if you're really trying to match something, ask for a sample. Always ask for a sample. The sweater knit that you're going to see over here in the red jacket, this is much, much heavier. And look how tailored this jacket is. It even has a really good collar, button and buttonhole. And again, this has French fuse in it to give it that stability. But the knit was heavy to begin with. So if I stretched this, again, make sure that it goes back to what you started with. Beautiful, beautiful hand. Now, this is probably one of my favorite knits. And this is not a trade name. This is the type of knit. And it's called ITY. It stands for interlock, twist, yarn. Okay? There's no spandex, there's no lycra in it. It's the way the yarn is twisted that makes it a knit. Again, you want to pull it and make sure that it goes back to whatever it was that you had. Now, one of the reasons that I love ITY are the colors are beautiful. And you'll find a lot of prints in different colors, and they're absolutely beautiful. They have bright colors, they have a little bit duller colors, but they're always really vibrant colors. So look for ITY, and that's all it is. You can Google that as well. This is another piece of ITY, and I love this top because of the colors in it. And I have even put shoulder pads, which I'm going to show you how to do in a bit, into this ITY to give you a little bit more definition of the shoulders in your garment. The fabric I have on is also ITY. And the best way I can, you've seen it in the stores everywhere, the best way I can explain it, it's kind of slick fabric. And again, I love the feel of it. So go shop for ITY and see what you think. Now, this one I want to really kind of educate you on, because you see what I'm holding up. This is navy blue, this is black. This is a two-way stretch, which means it only stretches from the fold of the fabric to the selvage of the fabric. If you're a new sewer, the selvage of the fabric always, well, not always, but 90% of the time, has little holes in it, and you see this lot of fringed edge. That's the selvage, okay? And everybody thinks that every knit comes 60 inches wide. I hate to tell you, it doesn't. Some knits come 54, 52, 64. They come all different sizes. So you want to make sure that if you're doing this, that you are making sure that you have the width you want. I love 60-inch wide fabric, and I try to stick with that. Believe it or not, 8 inches, you take 8 inches off, you might not get all your pieces that you want on that particular garment. Now, when I say two-way stretch, can you see there's the stretch? But it has no stretch going this way. So stretch goes from selvage to fold, all right? Now, what are you going to do with that? You can make jackets, you can make pants, you can make anything you want. You can make tops, but it is just a two-way stretch, so it has no stretch going the other way. This is a four-way stretch fabric. I happen to love this fabric. It has a little bit of rayon in it. It has a little bit of a spandex in it, but look at this. See the stretch in this? So it goes from the fold to the selvage, but it also stretches this way. Now, what do you do with this? Anything you want, because the comfort in this fabric is amazing. I make tops out of this fabric, and a lot of people will pick it up and go, oh, it's too heavy for a top. It's not too heavy for me. I have these things on the side of me, and I know a lot of people call them love handles. I call them donuts because I know where they came from. That's exactly where they came from. I want a top to skim my body, not hug the places that I don't like. And that's one of the reasons I do love this particular product. Many of you will comment on my camisoles and how nicely they fit me. They hang. They literally hang in a nice straight line on the side of me. And that's the fabric. That is how the fabric is constructed. So that's the reason that I like the little bit heavier fabrics. This is a phenomenal fabric. This is made by Robert Kaufman, and it's called Arietta, A-R-I-E-T-T-A, Arietta. All you have to do is Google that word and you'll find out exactly where it's sold. Now, So English Fabrics carries a fabric. She calls it, which I love, Judy's Favorite Ponte. And it is also a 4-way stretch with a wonderful, wonderful hand. So, ladies, just take a breath, order your fabric, enjoy what you make, and then go back and tell the people that you got that fabric from how well you like it.